Picture this. It's a quiet Saturday afternoon, you're halfway through a good book or a ball game, and suddenly you feel off. Maybe it's a strange pressure in your chest. Maybe you've taken a bad step and your hip is screaming, or maybe a fever spikes out of nowhere. You're not the panicky type, but you know enough to pay attention. You call a family member or 911, and as the sirens get closer, someone asks, "What medications are you on? Any allergies? Do you have your insurance card?" In that moment, even the most organized person can go blank. That's why today we're building something that takes the pressure off your memory and puts it into a simple system. Your ER Go bag. 10 smart items, all in one small bag. So the right information is ready, the right comfort is within reach, and the whole experience is less stressful for you and the people who care about you. If you're over 60, you already know that time matters in a health emergency. The faster a nurse can see your medication list, the faster a doctor can treat you safely. The sooner someone finds your insurance card, the less you're stuck hunting through patient portals on a tiny phone screen. An ER Go bag isn't about expecting the worst. It's about making the hard moments simpler. In this video, we're going to walk through 10 items that save time and stress when it counts most, and I'll show you exactly how to set up so it's ready by the door. Think of it like a friendly travel bag, but the destination is the care you deserve without the chaos. Let's start with the foundation, your one-page medical summary. This is the single most powerful sheet of paper you can carry. One page means it actually gets read at 2 a.m. Under your name and date of birth, list your current conditions. Things like high blood pressure, diabetes, atrial fibrillation, asthma. Then your allergies, especially to medications like penicillin or contrast dye. Next, your medications, clearly written with the dose and how often you take them. Metoprolol 50 milligrams twice daily. Metformin 500 milligrams in the morning. Warfarin 2 milligrams nightly. Include vitamins or over-the-counter medications that could matter, like aspirin or St. John's wort. Add major surgeries or implants. Right hip replacement, 2019. Coronary stent, 2021. Pacemaker, Boston Scientific, implanted 2020. Doctors love this because it tells them the story of your body in seconds. Finish the page with your care team and contacts. Your primary care doctor, cardiologist, pulmonologist, preferred pharmacy with phone numbers, and 2 emergency contacts with relationship and phone number. If you have Medicare and secondary insurance, put those numbers there too. And a small baseline box helps more than you think. Your usual blood pressure range, resting heart rate, and typical blood sugar range if you're diabetic. Print 2 copies. Put one in a clear sleeve in a bag, and tape another inside a kitchen cabinet or near your refrigerator where EMTs often look. If you're a little tech savvy, add a small QR code on the page that links to a digital copy in your email or cloud. A grandchild can help set that up in minutes. Keep it to one page, update it when a medication changes, and date the bottom so staff know it's current. You'll be amazed how many minutes and mistakes this single page can prevent. Second, tuck in an ID and documents packet. This is straightforward but crucial. A photocopy of your photo ID and your Medicare or insurance card goes in front, easy to grab. If you have an advance directive, living will, or do not resuscitate order, include copies here. Put your healthcare proxy or durable power of attorney for healthcare in the same packet. And on a sticky note write, originals at home with name, phone. Use a bright envelope and label it medical documents, copies. Why copies? In the ER, staff just need to see the information. You don't want original legal papers wandering off in the shuffle. If you've ever had paperwork lost in a hospital, you know how comforting it is to hand over a clean copy and keep rolling. One more small detail. Include the card for any medical devices, pacemaker, stent, prosthetic, because it speeds up decisions about imaging and procedures. That little card can be the difference between a long delay and a quick answer. Now, let's talk about your medications mini kit. You don't need to carry your entire bathroom cabinet. What helps most is a small, clearly labeled pouch with 1 day's worth of your routine pills in their original labeled bottles if possible, or in a simple pill case with a photo of each prescription label tucked inside. Add critical rescue, items you might need. Your inhaler if you have asthma or COPD, nitroglycerin if your doctor has prescribed it for chest pain, and an insulin pen with a couple of fresh pen needles if you're insulin dependent. If you use a blood thinner like warfarin, adding your last INR value, if you know it is a bonus. A tiny index card in the pouch with your pharmacy's phone number simplifies calls for refill verification. Keep an eye on expiration dates. You can tie this to something you already do, like changing smoke alarm batteries or flipping your closet for season. When the seasons change, peek at the dates, swap what needs swapping, and your kit stays ready without fuss. Here's why this small pouch matters. In the ER, if your medication list is clear and you brought the actual pills you take, the team can match the color and shape and verify the dose quickly. If you're admitted, those first few hours can be a blur, and having your usual doses identified helps keep your routine steady until a hospital pharmacy catches up. And if you're discharged after a long day, you won't be scrambling to get home before the pharmacy closes just to avoid missing a blood pressure medication that evening. One little pouch buys a lot of peace. You might be wondering what kind of bag to use. Keep it simple and comfortable. A small backpack or crossbody bag with zipper is perfect. If your shoulders get sore easily, choose something lightweight with wide straps. Slip a card in the front pocket that says, "Your go bag. Please bring with me." Because in the swirl of an emergency, little reminders help helpers help you. If you share a home, tell your spouse, partner, or neighbor where it lives. Hall closet, right on the hook. And if you use a medical alert system, you can mention the bag's location in your profile, so responders know to grab it on their way out. You might also hear a little voice saying, "Isn't this overkill?" Think of it this way. When travel was simpler, we packed a small carry-on with what we couldn't afford to lose. This is the same idea, just for health. You're not inviting emergencies. You're honoring your future self by getting ready on a calm day. And if you never need it, wonderful. But if you do, you've already done hard thinking, and you can focus on breathing, answering simple questions, and letting professionals do their work. As you prepare your page and your pouch, give yourself permission to make it friendly and familiar. Use large, clear type on that medical summary so you can read it without hunting for your glasses. Choose a bright color for the document envelope so you can spot it at a glance. Put your name on the bag itself, inside and out, so it doesn't get separated from you in a busy waiting room. Little touches like that prevent big headaches. And if you're helping a spouse or a parent build their bag, make two, one for each of you, and schedule a quick bag check together every few months. 5 minutes, 2 cups of tea, check the dates, swap a battery, and laugh about how prepared you are. Readiness feels lighter when it's shared. You've already laid the groundwork with the most important information and the medications that matter. Take a breath. Feel how good it is to have control over something that used to feel unpredictable, and let's keep going one simple addition at a time. Let's keep going with one simple thing almost everyone forgets until the phone battery hits 5%, and the screen dims at the worst moment. Your ER Go bag needs a tiny bundle. I like to think of it as your lifeline. Power for your phone, and a quick way to reach your people. Slip in a small wall plug and a long charging cable, so it reaches the outlet that always seems just out of reach behind a hospital chair. If you can, add a slim, pre-charged power bank. Put a piece of tape on it and jot the date you last charged it, so you can glance and know it's ready. A multi-tip cable is a smart choice because phones and tablets in the family might use different connectors, and you never know whose device will be nearest when you need to text your daughter or pull up a help portal. If you're not into tech, no problem. Keep a small card in the same pocket with the top 5 phone numbers you want a nurse to call for you, written in big, clear letters. Your spouse or partner, your backup contact, your primary doctor, maybe a nearby neighbor, and the person who knows how to feed the cat. A quick fix if passwords make you nervous. Ask a family member to set the medical ID or emergency info on your phone so first responders can see your key details without unlocking anything. That little setup takes 5 minutes on a calm day and pays off when you're focused on how you feel, not where the outlets are. There's a quiet truth about emergency rooms that doesn't get talked about enough. They are bright, noisy, and full of voices calling names. When you can't hear well or you're squinting to read forms, stress rises and details slip. That's why your next Smart Edition is all about making it easy to see and hear. Think of it as your vision and hearing helpers. Tuck in an extra pair of reading glasses, even if they're the inexpensive kind from the drugstore. Keep them in a hard case so they don't get crushed under the blood pressure cuff and the blanket. If your regular glasses tend to slide, add a simple strap so they stay put while you're moving from a gurney to a chair. For hearing aids, a tiny zip bag with spare batteries or your small charging case can save your whole visit. If you use domes or wax guards, put one extra set in there too. Label the bag with your name and a friendly note that says, "Please return to me," so it doesn't wander off in the shuffle. The difference this makes is bigger than it sounds. When you can hear a nurse's question the first time, you answer more calmly. When you can read consent forms without guessing, you feel in control. I've heard so many stories that sound the same. Once I could hear my name clearly, the whole place felt less scary. That's not luck. That's preparation doing its quiet job in the background. While we're smoothing the rough edges, let's add the piece that makes long waits more bearable and helps you feel like yourself. A small comfort and hygiene kit. This isn't about packing for a hotel. It's a handful of items that keep you comfortable without taking up space. A travel pack of tissues and a few unscented wipes are first. Hospital air can be dry, and a tiny tube of lip balm and a dab of hand lotion can make you feel human again. A travel toothbrush and a mini toothpaste are nice if you end up staying longer than you planned, and they're great after a swab test or a breathing treatment leaves your mouth tasting odd. Slip in a simple hairbrush or comb. Add a pair of warm, non-skid socks in a soft layer, like a lightweight cardigan or a wrap. ERs can feel chilly even in summer, and a cozy layer settles the nerves. If you use incontinence pads or briefs, pack two. There's no dignity quite like being able to quietly handle your own needs while staff are busy. A couple of small, sealable plastic bags are the unsung heroes. Perfect for holding your dentures if the doctor needs them out for a test, keeping your wedding ring safe for a scan, or corralling the hearing aid pieces we just talked about. If you like eye masks or soft earplugs for rest, those can help too, as long as you let staff know you're wearing them so you don't miss your name when it's called. Food and drink are tricky in the ER, because sometimes you're not supposed to eat or drink until the doctor says it's okay. Still, there are ways to be ready without breaking any rules. You can tuck one or two gentle, easy snacks like a plain protein bar into your bag for later. And if you're diabetic, include a small tube of glucose tablets for lows that you and the nurse agree are safe to treat. A couple of oral rehydration packets are handy to stir into water once you're cleared to sip. The key is to ask before you nibble. Staff will appreciate that you're thinking ahead, and your body will thank you when the green light comes. As you choose these comfort items, think about your own habits. If your lips always chap in air conditioning, that lip balm becomes a tiny miracle. If your hands ache when they're cold, those warm socks might make the difference between tense shoulders and a relaxed breath. The ER is designed for safety first. It wasn't designed for cozy. You get to bring the cozy with you, just enough to take the edge off. Let's circle back to something small and mighty. Labeling. A strip of masking tape and a marker live happily in the bottom of the bag. Use them to tag anything a nurse might set aside for a test. Your glasses case, your hearing bag, even the cardigan you hand to your family member when you get an EKG. In a room full of look-alike blankets and bags, a simple name label is like a lighthouse. It saves you from the scavenger hunt at discharge when all you want is to go home and rest. Another detail that matters more than it seems is size and weight. Your go bag should be light enough that you feel comfortable grabbing it even when you're not at your strongest. If you pick it up and it feels like a bowling ball, it's too much. Trade the hardcover book for a lightweight e-reader if that's your thing, or better yet, rely on your phone and that power bundle we already packed. Keep duplicates of your essentials in this bag, so you don't have to rate it for daily use. Because the day you borrow your charger is a day you'll forget to put it back. If your budget allows, buy an extra set of basics. A spare cable, a tiny lotion, means this bag can sit ready without stealing anything from your routine. You might be laughing a little at how such small objects can calm such big moments, but that's the beauty of it. You can't control when a fever spikes or a knee gives out, but you can control whether you're shivering under a bright light or sitting warm with a charged phone and the ability to hear your name. You can control whether your dentures are in a clean little case or wrapped in a napkin under a tray. These aren't luxuries. They're simple kindnesses to your future self. If you live alone, take one extra step that goes hand in hand with this comfort kit. Put a sticky note inside the front pocket that says where your house key lives, and if there's anything someone should check, stove off, pet inside, lights on a timer, so a neighbor or EMT can help without guessing. It's amazing how quickly a small note clears mental clutter when you're heading out the door with your mind on your body. With the power sorted, your senses supported and comfort handled, you'll already feel the difference in your shoulders. There's less to juggle and less to remember, which leaves more room for calm. And because the little things make the long hours easier and the care safer, we'll keep building on this foundation, adding a few more smart touches that round out the bag and keep you steady no matter what the day brings. Let's add a few smart touches that protect your health while you're getting help. Waiting rooms are crowded, and during cold and flu season, every cough feels a little too close. Slip a couple of clean, well-fitting medical masks into your bag and a small bottle of hand sanitizer you actually like using. If your skin is sensitive, pick an unscented gel so you won't avoid it. A resealable pouch keeps masks clean and easy to grab. This isn't about worry. It's about control. Popping on a mask in a packed hallway or after a quick blood draw is a simple way to lower your risk of picking up something extra while you're busy addressing the issue that brought you in. While we're thinking ahead, give yourself the gift of a notepad and pen. It sounds almost old-fashioned in a world of smartphones, but a small spiral notebook does three things beautifully. First, it catches the details you don't want to lose, like the name of the doctor who stopped by, what time your pain started, or the exact wording of a test result. Second, it helps you advocate for yourself without feeling pushy. Before someone walks in, jot the two questions you absolutely want answered. Can I take my regular nighttime meds? Or when will we know the blood work results? And check them off before they leave. Third, it becomes a quick symptom timeline that saves you from repeating the same story again and again. One line like, chest pressure began 2:30 p.m. after carrying groceries. Ease at rest, no shortness of breath, is gold for triage. If writing is hard on your hands, keep a bold mark in the bag too, something easy to grip and easy to read. You can even tuck a tiny LED keychain light onto the notebook's coil, so you can see what you're writing without fumbling for the overhead switch. Since you're building this bag to take care of yourself, it's wise to tuck in a small home and logistics envelope. Think of it as your backup brain for the practical things that suddenly matter when you're not walking back to the front door right away. In a sealed, clearly labeled envelope, place either a spare house key or, even better, the code to a lockbox where a key lives. Add a simple card with pet instructions. How much the cat eats, the dog's medication time, the name of the neighbor who has the spare leash. A modest amount of cash can be handy for a taxi, parking, or a snack for a family member who's been by your side for hours. If you take daily deliveries like oxygen tanks or meals, note the number to call to pause them. These little details might not feel medical, but they absolutely reduce stress, and calmer minds make clearer decisions in ER. Label the envelope, return to me, and keep it tucked in a zippered pocket, so it stays with you. You've probably noticed a theme by now. Everything in this bag is about removing friction. We're not trying to carry a suitcase into the ER. We're choosing small, purposeful items that make each hour smoother. Information that speaks for you, comfort that steadies you, tools that keep you connected, and a few quiet protections that keep the rest of your life humming while you focus on getting well. That's dignity. That's independence. And that's exactly what an ER Go bag is meant to support. As you zip the bag closed, do one last simple thing that future you will appreciate. Put a date on a sticky note or index card that says when you last refreshed everything. Then choose a rhythm that fits your life. Maybe it's the first day of a new season, or the week you change your smoke alarm batteries, or your birthday month. On that day, peek at expiration dates on your meds, charge the power bank, swap the masks, and make sure the notepad still has a few blank pages. If you travel to visit family for the holidays, move the bag to the front hall where you'll see it and tell the people you love. If I ever need to go in a hurry, grab the red bag on the hook. You've turned worry into a plan, and a plan into peace of mind. There's also something lovely about personalizing this just a touch. Slip a small photo that makes you smile into the clear front pocket. Grandkids, a beloved dog, a garden in full bloom. It's not sentimental fluff. In a long wait, a familiar face or favorite memory can be a steadying anchor. If you're a person of faith, a small card or verse can bring comfort without taking up space. If you enjoy music, a pair of inexpensive wired earbuds can be a calm companion. Just keep one ear open so you can hear your name when it's called. Before we wrap up, take a breath and notice how far you've come in a short time. You've gathered your story on one page, so the right care happens faster. You've made documents easy to hand over without chasing down originals. You've organized a day's worth of medications so your routine stays intact. You've added power in a way to reach your people, support for your eyes and ears, comfort that matters when the hours get long, simple protection in a crowded room, a notepad to catch the details that matter, and a home envelope that keeps the rest of your life steady. None of this is complicated, and yet together it shapes a very different experience when the unexpected happens. You deserve care that feels calm and respectful, and you deserve to walk into any medical setting feeling prepared, not powerless. If this conversation helped you, tell me what you'd add to your ER Go bag. Maybe you've already discovered a small item that made a big difference. Share in the comments so someone else can benefit. And if you had a moment where being prepared changed a day for you or someone you love, your story might be exactly what another viewer needs to hear. If you found this helpful, give this video a like so more folks can find it. Subscribe to the channel for more simple, practical ideas that keep you independent and confident at every age. We're building a community where preparation looks like kindness, and kindness looks like strength. Remember, you don't have to change everything overnight. One page printed, one pouch packed, one small bag on a hook by the door. That's how peace of mind begins. Here's to feeling ready, getting the care you deserve, and living your best life at any age.